So if you're a somatic therapist or you're interested in using somatic approaches with your client, you may have the idea that helping a client to be more connected to their bodies or their sensations would be a good idea. But sometimes we face situations where our clients just are not that interested or actively don't want to do that, or they're afraid of it, or it's really actually a totally terrible experience for them. So what do we do in these situations? For starters, let's remember something really important. All of these responses from our clients are protective. They are their ways of dealing with things that are uncomfortable, painful, maybe really scary, maybe really new, and maybe really foreign. We want to lead with empathy and compassion. We want to show up with patience and curiosity. We want to hold on to the idea that helping our clients to be more connected with their bodies might be useful, but we also want to really show up with a profound respect for the ways in which this may be very difficult and it may be very slow going. When clients have chronic pain, when they have actual health issues, when they have health anxiety, even if there are no health issues, when they have a sense that they've been very disconnected from their bodies for a long time, when they have a sense that their body is a dangerous place, when their bodies seem to shout at them rather than talking to them, then this is a place where we need to be really slow and really, really gentle. We want to start with our clients with getting on the same page with them, with collaborating, with getting a sense of why it is that it might even be a good idea in the first place to pay more attention to your body, to have body awareness, to learn to listen to your sensations. We can pair our interventions with our clients' goals. We can talk with them and work with them on why what we are suggesting is related to what they want to have be different in their own lives. We want to help our clients by offering some gentle psychoeducation and providing some experiential psychoeducation. And you might choose something really, really gentle, like paying attention to what it might be like to shift into your position so it's a little more comfortable. It could be something that simple. We can start with things that are just easier to access, like using the 5 senses without talking too much directly about the body. We can ask our clients to learn to pay attention with their eyes to the sights around them, to listen with their ears to what they hear, to notice tastes or smells, to be curious about, are these pleasant or unpleasant or neutral? We can start with very simple things like, can you notice your feet on the floor? Or can you notice where your clothes are touching your body and where your skin is touching the air? We could bring in objects and have people practice learning to just notice sensations in a very simple way. You could have somebody touch a pillow and notice what the texture is. You might try something like having a client put a pillow in their lap or put a blanket around their arms or even hold a stuffed animal or a stone, something that gives them a chance to notice what it's like to connect with the information that their body is giving them. If your client is up for it, you might invite them to do some self-touch. What's it like if you put your hand on your heart? That may be far too much for some clients, and you might notice what's it like to just hold your hand with your other hand, or what's it like to put your back against the chair. As therapists, one of the things that we can do is to model what we're asking them to do. You can just provide some language and some examples. So we might say, I'm holding these 2 things, and this one feels kind of rough to me, and this one kind of feels a little smoother to me. What did they feel like to you? So we can model doing some activities that we're asking them to do, or we can just kind of model in general the way that we're talking about things. For clients for whom all of the body sensations feel really overwhelming, feel really loud, feel really like shouting, it's really important to start extremely slowly. Many clients may not have a sense of anything pleasant. So in these cases, it's useful to start with something neutral. Okay, so everything in your body hurts. Is there any place where there's just kind of some neutrality, where it doesn't feel particularly good or particularly bad? Another thing that we can do is to really limit the time that we spend doing this work with clients. We can say, what if we take just a moment and take a breath and see if you can notice what that feels like, right? Just take a breath in and a breath out. And you can ask a client whether that felt good or bad or comfortable or uncomfortable. You can ask them if they notice if it changed anything. When the body is kind of yelling at somebody, it's full of pain or discomfort or nothing seems to feel good. It is really important that we honor that and that we offer gentle, small steps to make some changes, and that we hold for ourselves some ideas about why it might be useful and that we honor that even if the client is not ready to buy into the idea that our bodies can be sources of information and wisdom and that they're talking to us, we can help our clients generally, gradually make the steps towards finding that out for themselves. As always, I would love to hear from you. What are some of the things that you've tried that have worked? What are some of the questions that you have? Are there any new ideas that you've taken from this video that you want to try out?